Hi guys, welcome to the channel. We are on devotion number 32, and I bet y'all didn't think we was coming today, but we are. And before I talk my trash, just in case I don't upload this today, sorry, but yeah, today's devotion 32, and we're a little late because I had to get my hair laid, dyed, and fried to the side. But it's called saying no. Let what you say be simply yes or no. Anything more than that comes from evil. Matthew 3:57. How do you feel about the word no? It generally gives a negative feeling. As a woman, we take on everything. And it can leave us both satisfied and burned out. We agree to do things that we rather not, just to please others and make them happy. We often say yes to things we don't even have time for. And why? Because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. What if we started to look at the word no in a positive way? And what if we started living in the yes by saying to ourselves and our health and no to what depletes us? After all, the no to something leaves an opinion. The no to something leaves an open opportunity for someone else to take that on as a yes. Saying no to a new job that isn't quite the fit for you and to quite what you want, it leaves a yes for someone else who always dreamed about obtaining that role. Saying no to going on another date when we don't think he's a good match leaves a yes for someone else to find their soulmate. When we stop thinking of no as a bad word, we can't start living in the yes word, a word that allows us freedom to do what's best for us and what God created us to do. A no to something could be the perfect yes to what God is calling us to. When it comes to work, we do sometimes have to say yes and roll up our sleeves to get the work done. But when it comes to things that don't feel right down in our soul, it is okay to say no. Maybe no one has ever told you that, or maybe you are so used to making sure that others are happy that you forget about making yourself happy. I'm here to remind you that it's okay to think of yourself too. And I think a lot of times that messes a lot of us up because we have a spirit and the heart of not saying no. When in reality, when we say yes to certain things, we're overwhelming ourselves, like she said. Like we already got 100 things on our plate, and we're saying yes to something that we know we don't have time for, or something. Sometimes we ain't even sure if we can do it or not. We just say yes because we don't want to hurt that person's feelings. But in reality, we hurt our mind, spirit, soul. We just wearing ourselves out. And like she said, sometimes we have to look at no as a positive, because if it's somebody wants you to do something and you feel it down in your spirit like, I shouldn't do it, and you say no, and then some turn around and you're like, dang, that's why I'm glad I didn't do it, because such and such happened, or this came, or you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to start listening to ourselves. When a God tells us to say no to something, we have to learn to say no and stop saying yes to everything. And that's my problem, like, especially with my business too. I say yes to a lot of stuff I know I don't have time for, and then like when it don't turn out how I want, I'm mad at myself because I should have said no because I didn't have the time to do it no way. And like she said, like, saying no can leave room to what God is having you to do, because if we're wearing ourselves out with stuff we know we're not supposed to be doing, we ain't gonna be able to put in our full effort for our purpose and what God is calling us to do, because we're so tired and we're worn out. So we need to learn how to say no. No is not being mean all the time. We got to think about ourselves, like it said, and do what's best and benefits us. And you got this says, what are you saying yes to that you know deserves a true no? How can you see the word no in a positive light? Have you ever been told no before and took it a hard way? The next time someone says no, rethink how you take their answer. When we start believing that no isn't a bad word, we can start listening to the calling of our heart and follow God's lead. So yeah, like, it hurt us. I think that's where it comes from too. Like, sometimes when we ask somebody to do something or something and they be like no, it hurt our feelings. So when somebody else asks us to do something, we thinking the same way, like, dang, I don't wanna hurt their feelings by telling them no, making them feel like I don't want them to do it, when in reality I just don't have the time. So yeah, start learning to say no. And it's not being mean all the time. Some people do it out of spite, but you're not doing it out of spite, so don't feel that way. So yeah, y'all have a good day. That was devotion number 32, and I'll see y'all in 33.